Can you be quiet over there, please? Huh? What? Can you be quiet? I'm trying to cover the news first, brother. Good evening. Welcome to the InfoWars Nightly News. I'm DLAKE for PREZ. I'm continuing my coverage of Occupy Bilderberg. Last night, I covered an article on Infowars.com by Paul Joseph Watson. Alex Jones was banned from the Bilderberg Hotel, and he called for a press mob. A peaceful mob. A peaceful mob of people. A mob doesn't have to be violent, okay? It is nice when they show up with torches and walk down those dirt paths. That's cool. Is peace. And who we are protesting is the war machine. The military-industrial complex and those puppet masters pulling all the strings, known as the Bilderberg Group. That's right. And Alex Jones called for a press mob, and DLAKE for PREZ is calling for a press mob as well. Hey, you hear that? I got pussies in here. And they're a lot cooler than all you pussies in the mainstream. Because I go run a search for Fox News Bilderberg coverage. And the top link, Fox News mocks Bilderberg coverage. Conspiracy theorists, blah, 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 are having a field day. Fox News mentions Bilderberg's group last year. They're like, oh, hey, Bilderberg. They mentioned it. Well, Judge Napolitano covered it, and InfoWars reported on his coverage of that, but we all know what happened to the judge. And then the rest of it just looks like a bunch of jokes and more laughing and joking. Well, I'm taking it seriously, so all you laughers and jokers over there at Fox News, you're not that foxy to me. You're ugly. If I just put in a search for Bilderberg news coverage to see who's doing the best job and see what kind of links come up and see what we get after a bunch of nonsense sponsored results, Bilderberg 2011, so a lot of last year's news, I guess. The article, top linked article, is by The Guardian.co.uk, so good for them, but this is America. So the next American major media outlet, prisonplanet.com. Then there's a Secret Society's news article, which they are, at wanttoknow.info, Secret Society's news article. Rick Perry goes to Bilderberg. News actually reports it. Yeah. And that was part of what brought Perry down. You don't think that his whole campaign crumbled because he couldn't remember those 5 departments now, do you? And the reason that he couldn't remember those 5 departments? Because he was on a massive amounts of painkillers. Probably as much as Michael Jackson or Whitney Houston. First brother's trying to round up her babies to feed them, and she's just been really, really talkative lately. So if you hear a cat calling the kittens in the background and then the kittens all scrambling, that's what's going on at DLAKE's place. Last night, I called for Glenn Beck, Sean Hannity, John King, and Wolf Blitzer. And now I'm adding to the list, I don't know, George Stephanopoulos and any other goon that tried to cover a 2012 presidential debate so far. Because they're all garbage. Rachel Maddow, you can get out there as well. It's not just for the guys. All right, to get out there and cover that news as well. What the hell is wrong with you people? You guys are the mainstream? A stream? You're flowing like you're not even. You'd be a stream if you have no flow. You're sitting in the murky, muddy sidebars. Okay. Why don't you let DLAKE teach you a lesson? Oh no, DLAKE, you better just turn on your set and just let us tell you how it is. Tell you don't worry about the Bilderberg. For the past 50 years, they didn't even exist. And now that they're like, oh, well, I guess they do sort of exist, and it's just all the most powerful titans and big moguls and business fancy pants on the planet and old farts, and we're all going to meet up. And look. I got some more news for you guys. What is this? So who goes to these meetings? Well, people like David Rockefeller, globalist kingpin David Rockefeller, and top bankster Lord Jacob Rothschild. And guess what? Those 2 gentlemen are in the headlines today as they will merge operations according to the Financial Times. RIT, or RIT, Capital Partners is to buy a 37% stake in the Rockefeller's Wealth Advisory and Asset Management Group for an undisclosed sum, giving Lord Rothschild's London-listed trust a much sought-after foothold in the U.S. RIT Capital Partners will concentrate on setting up investment funds, eyeing joint acquisitions of wealth and asset managers, and granting each other non-executive directorships. Oh. The deal was agreed upon 2 years ago when Rockefeller introduced Rothschild to Reuben Jeffrey, the CEO of Rockefeller & Co., and a former United States Under Secretary of State for Economic Business and Agricultural Affairs, having been appointed to that position by Bush in June 2007, and also sat on the National Security Council? Huh. He entered the revolving door between government and business after working at Goldman Sachs. Hey, Goldman Sachs. An awful lot when we start talking about the revolving door between government and business. Which, wouldn't you think Mitt Romney would fit the bill right in there? He's got, where's some dollar bills? I want to have them hanging out my mouth. Look, I got $1 million right here, Mitt Romney. I got $2 million. That's how I roll. Probably got some more around here, and I got plenty more on the islands. So don't worry about it. You know, the team at InfoWars got banned. I'm doing my best here, you know. And I guess The Guardian, I know Jim Tucker, super investigative sleuth and Bilderberg investigator, is always on the case. And anything that you hear coming out of his mouth, I would suggest you to research and try to fully comprehend and understand. Okay? Because that man, he's like an old man now. Alright? And I think he's kind of cool with his glasses, like mine. Well, mine are a little different. But he's got a cool hat, he smokes, he wears his trench coat, and he goes in and he sneaks around and he gets stories. You know? He's always got a cool hat, and his voice is kind of gravelly, but I think that makes him even more cool. And I want to be like this guy. I want to be like Jim Tucker, alright? I don't want to be like Mitt Romney, and I don't want to be like Barack Obama, and I certainly don't want to join his private army, and I don't want to join his administration, and I don't want to join him in any way. Or Romney's Amera CIA. He has a spelling goof on his app, you know. So hey, maybe you at Fox News are going to claim over and over, or at CNN that Ron Paul didn't edit those newsletters from 25 years ago. Well, Romney just failed this week to edit America, and the letters got switched around so it says CIA. Brilliant. Good job. Actually, how much you want to bet we did that on purpose just to get that article on InfoWars? Get Mitt Romney's name heard one or two more times before he's done. I'm DLAKE for PREZ. Get it in your heads. Before it's too late, confirmed U.S. commandos parachuted into North Korea. Google thinks you're stupid and wants to work to keep you in the dark. DLAKE doesn't think you're stupid. I think you're smart, and I'm going to give you a chance and give you a shot to click on a few links and do some research. Oh, U.S. fabricate new Iranian assassin plot. Hey, go watch my Criminal Minded report where I talk about fake assassinations.
My name is Jim Tucker. We're at St. Marie, Switzerland for the Bilderberg meeting. Bilderberg is strongly committed to expanding the war with the invasion of Egypt so they can have a big war. They use the term big war a lot in the Middle East because that will generate profits. They want them all involved in a big war. War throughout the Middle East, with the exception of Israel. And as I said, there's big profits to be made from war. Because when you go to war, you're making tanks, airplanes, trucks, jeeps, and all kinds of war materials, which is profitable in its own way. And then the war profiteering kicks in, as it has in all of our wars.